Prince, isn't it? Danny, Jenna.
YouTube, it's your boy, Modified P, and I'm back with y'all with the 2024 BMW M1000rr. And today, we're going to talk about 10 things I absolutely hate about this bike. Now, don't get it twisted. I do love this bike. This is by far the best bike I've ever owned. I absolutely love this bike. There are way more things I love about this bike than hate about this bike. But that doesn't stop the fact or change the fact that there are 10 things about this bike that I absolutely hate. The crazy thing about it is I watch a lot of these videos where people name 5 to 10 things they hate about their motorcycle. And for a couple of them, they be reaching. They just be trying to finish their video. My 10 reasons are absolutely legit. There are 10 things that I cannot stand about this bike. Now, also remember, I've only had this bike now for about a month and a half. And already in that short amount of time, I found several things that I do not like about this bike. But again, don't get it twisted. I do love this bike. But these 10 things, let's go ahead and let's get into it. I'm going to also do them in order from the least hate all the way down to the most I cannot absolutely, I can't stand. So from 10 being the least to 1 being I can't deal, right? So we're going to start off with number 10. Number 10 is the front of this bike. This section right here. Like, what in the hell was BMW thinking when they just left this spot blank? I absolutely hate that this spot is just blank. Now, I do understand that it gives you a chance to put your own tag in this spot, but people have been putting their own tag, their own stickers on their bike since forever. You could put a tag anywhere on this bike. And it's crazy that this little spot right here that it's like they just said, you know what? We don't even care. We're going to try to find a way to get some more money out of these people. This is a $35,000, $40,000 bike. And to put some numbers in this spot, you literally got to give BMW like $270, $300 more dollars. It's already $35,000, $40,000, and they want you to give them $300 more dollars just to put some numbers in this spot. I think that is absolutely crazy. I did break, and I did pay for some numbers to go in this spot. But just the fact that the bike is so much, I think it is absolutely crazy that they have. It's like they just gave up on the graphics. They did all this. They said, we ain't going to put nothing right here. Let them figure it out. I think that's crazy. So the number 10 thing that I absolutely hate about this bike is the front of this bike, how they just left this spot blank. We're going to get on the bike, and we're going to go ahead and get into these things I hate about this bike. So, number 9 thing I hate about this bike. Let me go ahead and start it up first. So, the number 9 thing that I absolutely hate about this bike. Let the engine settle down a little bit. You know, this thing initially revs extremely high. But the number 9 thing that I hate about this bike are the reported issues. All the reported issues associated with this bike. I absolutely hate that this bike has so many reported issues. Literally, I've seen things where people are saying that before they even get out of break-in, before they even get 600 miles on the bike, they're having catastrophic engine failure. That is crazy. I'm hearing there's something with the damper, some issues with that. I'm hearing there's some rear shock issues with this bike. It just makes it kind of hard to ride the bike sometimes because you're always thinking about what possibly can and will happen with the bike. And for me, I don't know, it really bothers me. It irks the out of me just thinking about what possibly could go wrong with your bike. Who wants to ride like that? Who wants to sit and be like, man, is today something happens with my bike? So that is literally the number 9 thing I cannot stand about this bike, is the fact that there are so many issues with this bike. There's so many reported issues with this bike. You can go online, like right now, I think there's a recall for the damper or something going on with the... Okay, my neighbor's outside. Let me make sure I watch out for him. I don't think these old people like me riding through the neighborhood on this bike. And I ain't even got the exhaust yet. Wait till I get this exhaust. They're gonna hate me. They gonna hate me. But yeah, there's so many reported issues. If you go online, or even like videos and of all the people that own this bike, there's been a few videos I've seen that people were saying that within the first 600 miles they had catastrophic engine failure. So I just cross my fingers every time I get on this bike and just pray that I don't have any issues with this bike. But that is by far number 9 thing that I hate about this bike, is the fact that it has so many reported issues. So let's go on to the next. So that was number 9. Let's go ahead and get into the number 8 thing. The number 8 thing that I hate, I cannot stand about this bike, might only be something from me. I can't possibly imagine that it's something that only I have dealt with, but I've had 3 bikes in my life, and I've never had this issue with any other bike. But the number 8 thing that I cannot stand about this bike, and it also is the reason why I had to change my appointment for break-in, because I'm at 765 miles. I had a break-in appointment and I had to cancel it. The reason being is number 8, which is I had to wait forever for my exhaust to come in for this bike. So I ordered the exhaust. It's a full exhaust, the mid-pipe headers, slip-on, and I ordered that on the 9th of May. It is now the 1st of June, and I just got an email the other day saying your exhaust has finally shipped from Italy and will be in the States by Monday. And as soon as I get it, I'm gonna send it to you. Now, I'm not gonna put the name of the company on blast that I got the exhaust from, because I think they do really good business. I've read a lot of good reviews about them, but just my experience personally is crazy. I've literally been waiting about a month, almost a month, for my exhaust. And the reason why I had to change my appointment, look at, I just had a big bug hit my windshield. But the reason I had to change my appointment is because I live about an hour and a half away from a shop. So when I go in to get my first service, the oil change and whatever else comes with the first service, I also just want to take the bike and get the exhaust put on. And I got the BT Moto tuning, the stage 1 tune. I just want all that put on the bike at the same time. And tune in for that video. Also be looking, because I'm going to show you guys exactly what the BMW master mechanic charges me to install that exhaust and do the tuning. But yeah, I didn't want to go, let them do the first service, and then have to literally drive back another hour and a half a couple of weeks later to put the exhaust on. So I want to do it all at the same time. But the number 8 thing that I absolutely hate about this bike is I had to wait so long for the exhaust. And I'm sure anybody else probably has to wait too. I don't know where y'all get y'all exhaust from, but if y'all getting them for the S1000 or the M1000, y'all probably gotta wait too. And that's absolutely crazy that you gotta wait so long for an exhaust for this bike. I absolutely hate that. But number 7 that I absolutely hate about this bike is, before this bike I had a 2021 Ducati V2. And when I bought that bike, I could literally go online, type in that bike in YouTube, and 1,000 tutorials would pop up on that bike on doing anything I wanted to do to that bike. Literally anything. This bike, there are absolutely no tutorials on this bike on how to do anything. You can go online and you'll see You'll see videos of people doing mods to this bike, but they're not going to show you how they did the mods. They literally would just show you the bike with the mod on it, or they'll show you them putting the mod on the bike, but they're not going to go step-by-step tutorial showing you how to do that specific mod to this bike. And I absolutely hate that. If anything goes wrong with this bike, if I have an issue with this bike, or if I want to install something on this bike myself, I have to pretty much wing it, because there's not a lot of tutorials. I think I've seen like one tutorial from Moto Million. I think he put a tail tidy on. He kind of gave a tutorial on that. So there's a few, but very, very minimal tutorials on this bike on how to do anything to this bike. And that is one thing that I absolutely hate about this bike, is that I can't just readily go online and look up something on how to do something to this bike. I hate it. All right, for number 6, I gotta pull over here by the water, because number 6 is crazy, and I'm gonna have to get off this bike and let y'all know about number 6, because this is mind-blowing. So number 6, the number 6 thing I absolutely hate about this bike is I can't find no aftermarket mirrors. I absolutely hate the Rizoma mirrors. I had the Rizoma mirrors on my 2021 Ducati V2, and to me they just ugly. This bike's already got a wing on it. I don't want to put those mirrors on here and give it an extra wing. Plus, when you lift those mirrors up, let's be honest, you can't see shit out of those mirrors. I had those mirrors, like I said, on the Ducati, and I couldn't see nothing out of those mirrors. And when you flip them up, they're absolutely ugly, and they get bugs all over them. It's ridiculous. Like, to me, those are ugly. I also don't like bar end mirrors, so I don't want to put bar end mirrors, and I don't want to put those Rizoma mirrors on this bike. I did find some mirrors. Check this shit out, y'all. There's a story for y'all. I found some mirrors that were carbon fiber. They were a lot smaller than these, and I liked them. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put them on the screen now. I couldn't find them in the United States. I could only find them overseas. So when I actually did find them in the United States, I found them on this website, and the website looked legit. The website looked real good, right? I bought the mirrors. The mirrors were over $600, so I bought the mirrors. And check this out, y'all. I got robbed. Your boy got robbed, literally, for $600. I emailed them after a week and was like, I haven't received no type of confirmation about or shipping email, and they literally didn't respond back. I had to contact my credit card company and get my money back and everything, man. I literally got robbed for the mirrors. It crazy. But yeah, so that's the number 6 thing that I cannot stand about this bike, is there are no good aftermarket mirrors for this bike. If y'all find some, let me know, because these are ugly. They're big, bulky, they're ugly as hell. But I can't find any mirrors that I like for this bike. Besides, I don't know, I might have to just buckle down and give in and get some. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I can't get no block off mirrors, no block offs, and not have any mirrors on the bike, only because let's face it, I'm black. I love everybody, but I'm black, and I need to look at my rearview mirrors, man. I got PTSD from police or something riding while black or something. I don't know. I need to look. If there's a cop, I'm legit. I got insurance, license, motorcycle license, everything. But if there's a cop that's 5 cars behind me, I'm pulling off the road. It just is what it is. Literally, I have PTSD when it comes to looking in my mirrors. I need to look in my mirrors very often. So therefore, I don't think I can just block these off and not have any mirrors and look over my shoulder. I need to be able to look very often, and I don't feel comfortable doing that. So the number 6 thing I absolutely hate about this bike is there ain't no mirrors. If y'all find some, let me know. All right, y'all. So the number 5 thing I absolutely hate about this bike is the blinkers, where they place the blinker at. So this rolly thing controls some of the features in the screen in the bike. I don't know why they would put the blinker on the other side of this rolly thing. You use your blinker way more than you use this rolly thing. You can use this while you're parked. You can't use your blinkers while you parked. It's pointless. And I don't have small hands. My hands aren't the biggest, but they're not small. And for some reason, sometimes it's hard for me to reach over this thing and get to this blinker. Depends on in certain riding positions or where I'm at on the bike or the road. For some reason, sometimes it's just hard. I'll just switch lanes without putting my blinker on. I'll make turns without putting my blinker on. All because sometimes it just feels awkward to reach over this thing and try not to hit this to hit your blinker. I think BMW should have put the blinker, which you use more, on this side of the rolly thing. Some type of way. You could have put this way over here somewhere. You don't need this while you're riding. You need your blinker while you're riding. I absolutely hate number 5. The one thing I hate is where they put this blinker at. It just makes no sense to me. Literally. I'm telling you, it's extremely awkward and hard to reach over this thing, trying not to touch this thing and affect anything on your screen to get over here to hit this blinker. It is absolutely annoying. I cannot stand it. I hate it. I wish they would have put this on this side of the rolly thing. That is number 5. I hate where they put the blinker. All right, and for number 4, I've talked about this before. My last video, matter of fact, I talked about number 4. And we're going to go ahead and jump on the bike for number 4 because it involves sitting on the bike. The number 4 thing that I absolutely hate about this bike is the fact that it is so tall. Like, why? Why do they need to make this bike so tall? I currently have the S1000rr seat on the bike, the M Performance seat, the small one, which it gives me a lot more room on the ground. It's a lot more comfortable for me with my feet on the ground. I can't get enough traction with the original seat on the bike to move the bike if I need to go backwards while I'm sitting on the bike. I can't, my feet don't touch the ground enough. I don't feel comfortable at stop signs, stop lights, anywhere where I gotta stop and put my feet down. It is completely uncomfortable. Now granted, I did get somewhat used to it, but especially when I first got on this bike. When I first got on this bike, it was so uncomfortable to put my feet down to stop, which luckily you spend a lot more time up on the pegs riding the bike. But the bike just being so tall is something that I absolutely hate about this bike. I cannot stand it. I wish from the factory it came lower or something. They should have figured out some type of way to make it still perform the exact same, but be lower to the ground for us shorter people, shorter or taller people. And if you want, you can raise it, you can look, whatever the case may be. But the bike to me is just entirely too tall, and I absolutely hate it. So, number 3, as you can see, number 3 that I absolutely hate about this bike is the fact that the temperature is not on the main screen of the bike. You actually got to go to a whole nother. Let me let this car go ahead of me. I'm trying to talk and focus. Go ahead and go. But number 3 thing I hate about this bike is the fact that the temperature gauge is not on the main screen of the bike. If you're riding, you're doing whatever I don't understand what these cars come down here and do. They just come down here and look. I don't know what the heck they're doing. But if you're riding, doing something, and you want to see what the temperature is on your bike, you got to go to this extra screen to get to it. I absolutely hate that I got to do some extra to see the temperature of my bike. Oh, look at all these bikes up here. Ooh, they out today, boy. Yeah, but I absolutely hate number 3, that the temperature gauge is not on the main screen of the bike. I think that is one of the dumbest things they done. They could have put that anywhere. They could have put that in one of the corners or something. Like, why is the temperature screen not on the front of the bike? On the main screen of the bike. Why do I got to go to a whole nother screen to see the temperature? That's extremely important. On my last bike, the Ducati, I knew exactly when the fan was going to kick on at what temperature. I knew exactly if I needed to speed, you know what I'm saying, speed up. If I needed to go, if the bike was too hot. I knew all that because it was all right there. I might as well go ahead and turn here. Let me go ahead. I gotta push this blinker. That's super uncomfortable position. But yeah, I cannot stand, let me put this neutral. I cannot stand that the temperature gauge is not on the main screen of the bike. Why BMW would do that is beyond me. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not hard to get to it. But for me, it's just annoying. I don't like doing extra work if I don't have to. It should be on this screen. It should definitely, let me put this blinker on, be on that screen. But it's not, and I hate it. All right. So, after number 3, we got number 2 and number 1. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Number 2 and number 1 kind of go together. So, before I get to them, I'm gonna have to get a little ride, and we're gonna have to cook a little bit. Even though we ain't breaking, we still be cooking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We can't do too much, but we do a little bit. Up here we got some country roads, and we get to it a little bit. But like I said, I'm still in braking mode. I got an appointment on the 13th. I still gotta wait 2 more weeks to get my bike taken out of braking mode, and to get an exhaust, and to get it flashed, get it tuned. But it's coming. Make sure y'all stay tuned to that video, because I promise you it's gonna be good. Also, go ahead and support your boy. Like, subscribe, follow me on IG, all of that. I'm about to start turning up and releasing a lot more videos here soon. Yeah, number 2 and number 1, I promise you, man, they hurt my heart. Both of them hurt my heart very bad. I can't cook. This car won't let me cook. It won't let me be great. Cook right here though. Ooh, wait till I get out of break-in. I like to leave this thing in race, only because you can hear the pops. Even with the factory exhaust, you can, in second gear, you let go of the throttle, you can hear them little gurgly pops. I can't wait till I get that exhaust on this thing. Yeah, buddy, can't wait. So, number 2 and number 1. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, number 2 and number 1. As I said, they go together. So, we're going to do them together. On my 2021 Ducati, anytime I will put the kickstand down, there will be an indicator on the dashboard that said kickstand was down. So the number 2 thing that I absolutely hate about this bike is there is no indicator that the kickstand is down. You have to guess. You can feel it with your foot, but you better be looking, because I've only had this bike for a month and a half, and I dropped this bike. I already dropped this bike due to the kickstand. So what happened was, I stopped to get some food, turned the bike off, felt the kickstand with my foot, but obviously the kickstand didn't go down. I got off the bike hit the ground. Most depressing thing ever. So number 2 is, the bike does not have a kickstand indicator. Number 1 is, the fairings on this bike are extremely expensive to fix. Dude, I spent like $5,600 on replacing these fairings. As you can see at the bottom of here, you don't see the graphics, the words, because I had to replace these fairings. It was literally, I've had this bike for a month and a half. I've owned other bikes. This has never happened to me before. I've never dropped a bike on some petty shit, ever. Literally, thought I put the kickstand down. The kickstand didn't go down. Got off the bike hit the ground. $5,600 mistake. Craziest thing in the world. Number 1 is, the fairings are way too expensive to fix. Granted, I understand it's carbon fibers made by hand. I get all that. I know what the bike is. I get it. But you never understand how expensive it is until you actually gotta pay it. Legit. I had to pay $5,600 for new fairings. I messed up. This was all scratched up. There's a bunch of scratches down here. So I had to replace this bottom piece, and this was the only thing that really, because it didn't hit at no speed. I was parked. I literally just the kickstand didn't go down, so the bike fell over. Put some scratches on this. And to be honest with you, I kind of repaired it. The other fairings, I did some stuff to them, waxed them and stuff, and they don't look bad. It's just my mental knowing that they were scratched. To me, I had to replace them. $5,600 later. Number 1 is, if you drop this bike, you are going to spend a lot of money on replacing fairings. Number 2, kickstand. Number 1, fairings. So there you go. That is my top 10 things that I absolutely hate about this bike. But as I said in the beginning, do not get it twisted. I do love this bike. This is an amazing bike. So many people stop me and ask me questions about this bike. I absolutely love looking at this bike. I love how this bike rides. It is an amazing bike. There are way more things that I love about this bike than hate about this bike. My list of things that I love about this bike would be, I could make 5 videos, but that doesn't take away from the fact there are things that I hate about the bike. So now you have it. Now you know. You guys take it easy. And I'll be dropping a new video real soon. Peace out.